Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. We're going to be watching the game against Villa tonight at Stamford Bridge. Good to see you all. I see you all in the chat already. Thank you so much for joining in. I see the goats. You're too kind. We all know that Joey Knight and Brian are the goats of this game. And I am a mere goat apprentice, a baby goat, some may say. But I've managed to get a way to watch this game, because we haven't been able to watch it in the UK. And I found it. Thank you to a Liverpool fan channel. Anfield Agenda, you know who you are. I know we won't give them any more credit than that, the Liverpool fans today. But we're going to give them some credit with that. So thank you very much to Anfield Agenda. Let me just make sure that you can hear me and that I'm coming through on the stream. Hopefully I am. Let's just make sure. I think I am. We're here. Hello, everyone. Say hi to me in the chat if you're there. Let me know that you are joining in. Here we go. Yes, here we go. Brilliant. Thank you, Jake. Good to see you joining the stream, mate. Jake's a lifelong Chelsea fan. He'll thank me for saying that. Stefan from Serbia. All right, mate. Welcome. Jessica, when is the kickoff live stream back on? It is on for the Chelsea versus Liverpool game, mentioning that team again. Thank you, Anfield Agenda. But we are live for that game, which is on, Wednesday the 31st? Can't wait to watch that. That's going to be a big game. Obviously, we're going to talk about the big news about Jurgen being sacked. We will get into that. How am I watching the game? I wish I could tell you, but there are some links that you can find. So search those out. I've been very kindly gifted a little way, hopefully a guaranteed way to watch it tonight. So thank you for that. Joey's takes are so reasoned. Well, thank you very much. Do you know what? We're all football fans and we all react to things differently. And I think when you're watching a live stream, and we'll see this tonight, when you're watching it live, you can absolutely go crazy and you can definitely make some reactionary takes. I've done it so many times. And I think tonight might be one of those ones that we do go a bit crazy. Obviously, it's the fourth round of the FA Cup. We've just got the team sheets, and I'll go through those in a second. But I think overall, right, let me give a synopsis of this game. It's a key game. Why is it a key game? Well, we're waiting for the momentum to build. We're hoping that we can take that sort of like that impetus that we've taken from the Borough games and our wins to date in the league. Our form is very much improving, and we're hoping that we can take that into the FA Cup. Now, is the FA Cup essential for Chelsea this season? Absolutely not. Do we want to continue trying to get through, especially when Spurs are going to hopefully knock out Man City, and it will give us another very good chance to win another trophy? Of course. Do we want to win every single trophy that we're in for? Yes. Are we going to get European football otherwise? No. So, yes, this has some impetus, some benefits, some reason why we should care about it. Absolutely. But I don't think it's the be-all and end-all. I think I would much rather take that trophy in the Carabao Cup and get our league form a little bit better rather than winning tonight. Now, that doesn't mean that that tonight is completely worthless, and it doesn't mean that we should play the kids. I mean, we have a team of kids. But, you know, I would personally be focusing our efforts elsewhere rather than going all out for the FA Cup, because we've still got a long way to go in that competition. But saying all of that, tonight, very big game. Pochettino is set up with a very, very decent team. The team is this: Petrovic in goal, Disasi at right back, Thiago Silva, Badiashile, and then Alfie Gilchrist. Am I seeing that right? Because I saw earlier on that Gilchrist wasn't playing. Let me just check. Incorrect information. Colwell was at left back. So, 4 centre-backs in the squad, in the starting 11 today. It's a ridiculous amount of centre-backs, isn't it? It's a stupid amount of centre-backs. Now, I would really have wanted Chilwell to play in this game. I have no idea why he isn't, other than the fact that he's been burnt out and that we shouldn't be playing him for more than 45, 60 minutes. I completely understand why Chilwell would want to be in the squad for Liverpool game. And I think you've seen that Poch has made a decision about the game tonight, being that the FA Cup isn't as important, and therefore Chilwell has been rested. Now, I really do think that we are a completely different team when Chilwell was in the side. I think it's obvious. You saw that against the Borough game. You saw how attacking he was, how he was coming inside. What a player Chilwell is. It's a real shame that we are not seeing him today. Cole got hurt in the warm-up, Freddie. Wow. Look at this breaking news. That's a shame. And it will be interesting to see what side Gilchrist will play on now. If he comes in at left back, that's going to be really difficult. That's mad that Gilchrist is on. And it's a shame for Colwell as well if he is injured, because he was just getting a good little... he had a good game the other day, didn't he? I wouldn't say he run a form, but he had a good game. Was playing in his preferred centre-back position. We weren't going to see him in that position tonight anyway. But, I think it's a shame that we're not seeing him play. So what a joke. And also that he's injured as well. Oh, God, how many injuries are we going to get? But saying that, glad to see Gilchrist playing, and I know he'll do well. I mean, big game for him to turn up and play in tonight. A guy, 18-year-old kid coming into playing at Stamford Bridge under the lights Friday night against a very, very good Villa team coached by a very, very good manager in Emery. That's pressure. That's a lot of pressure. And we'll see how he deals with it. I have to say, whenever we've seen him, he's looked so composed on the pitch, and he's looked like he wants it and he's ready. So yeah, we're seeing Gilchrist in the lineup. Got distracted there because obviously we've got centre backs to talk about, but we've also then got in front of them, we've got Enzo and we've got Caicedo. I think will be in the pivots, those two, and then you've got Gallagher in the number 10 role, which is brilliant. We love to see him there. It does feel though, to date, if you look at that lineup, it does feel slightly defensive, doesn't it? Especially with Gallagher in there. I would have maybe liked to have seen Broja up top, but Broja is another point that we'll get into in this live stream, and we'll talk about what Broja's role is going to be going forward and whether he will be gone at the end of January. I'm going to get into a huge topic about that, and we'll get into the strikers, and we'll also talk about Jackson, we'll talk about Osman, we'll talk about lots of different permutations for that striker position. So don't worry, we will get into that. Then you've got Noni on the right, Cole Palmer through the middle, and Raheem Sterling on the left, it seems. So, look, decent front three. Don't mind that at all. I would like to see my boy Mudryk. You know that. I'm a big fan of his. But I think that's pretty solid. And I think that is a very experienced from Raheem, and a very good from Palmer, and a very promising from Noni Madueke in terms of the front three. So that's exciting. But like I said, overall, David, you're just saying, Josh, you've got to get your commentator hack since you can't watch that. Don't worry, mate. So throughout this entire game, if you stick with me here, I'm going to do my very, very best to convey the pictures that I'm seeing on my screen now, that I'm being able to watch the game. We're seeing some of the boys coming through now. We've seen the teams turning up. So what I'm going to do, my best, is do almost like a radio commentary. We're getting old school today. So I will give you a perfect rendition of what's going on. I'll try my best. Anyway, back to the point on the teams. I think that the team is slightly too defensive today. I do worry how we're going to get goals, and I do think it's going to be one of those games we're going to have to grind out. My overall prediction, and chat, let me know what you think. Get straight in here. I think that it's going to be a 1-1 draw today, and I think it's going to go to a replay, which would be a shame because you know how good Villa are going to be at Villa Park. I can just see it now. I wouldn't be confident of winning that game at Villa Park. I'm more confident at Stamford Bridge, but less so at Villa Park. So yeah, let me know your predictions. What do we think about the score of the game tonight? Let me know what you're thinking, and I'll give you some feedback on your predictions. Let me know. So yeah, shame that we can't watch it all tonight. Freddie, you are going to go 2-1 Chelsea. Love it. And you're right, Gilchrist is 20. Sorry about that. A lot of people were saying 2-1 Chelsea. And, it's funny. I got a lot of... I don't know. I've been questioning myself a lot recently about my predictions. And maybe being a bit too confident back in this Chelsea team when they're very inconsistent. And we don't know how well they're going to perform. And therefore, what I've been doing is try and be a bit more conservative, because to be honest with you, we've got no idea what's going to come from this team. And I have to say, you look at that lineup, and I just don't see there being loads and loads of goals. I really don't. A few more coming in now. 3-2 Chelsea, 2-1, 2-1, 3-1. You guys are confident. I mean, I don't get necessarily where all the confidence is coming from. I have to be honest with you. I know we've been in good form, but Villa are a good team, and Emery's going to be properly up for it tonight. I'm gonna stick with my 1-1 prediction. I think that Villa will score first, and we'll go from there. I do love the confidence. So Terry, you are asking me what I thought of Mudryk's performance, and that is the £1 million question, isn't it? Mudryk played 45 minutes against Middlesbrough, a championship team that are in the middle of the championship. He had a chance to display his amazing pace and what we and I perceive to be his overall quality. Did Mykhailo Mudryk take his chance in that game? He did not. He looked absolutely like a deer in the headlights, and there were people all around him, every single member of the team, pointing out where he should be, where he should run, what he should do, and it felt like he wasn't necessarily listening to that. Now, can you say that Mudryk is a top quality player and that he will have some potential for this Chelsea squad, and also acknowledge that that game was poor? Absolutely. Do I think that Mudryk will eventually come good? Yes, I do. Do I think that he should go out on loan? No, I don't think he should go out on loan. So that's my perspective on it. I do think that he had a bad game. And look, how many times have we seen players have bad games for Chelsea this season? He's a young player. I still think he's got time to improve. And so, for me, I'd keep him in the squad. And I would try and start him a bit more, to be honest with you. We're just seeing the boys come out now. Bobinho, hi from Greece. I hope we're going to win. Well, welcome to the stream, first of all. Welcome to you all to the stream. Thank you so much for watching this. It's great to have so many of you in here, and I'm really, really excited to watch this game with you. As I say, I'll try and do my best to give you a commentary. We're just seeing the lineups now. They're just going to go through the lineups. It's very, very good to see Carney on the bench, to see Mudryk on the bench. And obviously, we've got players like Cassadine on the bench, Washington still there, Chilwell, Broja. I don't think, Washington will get any minutes. I don't think Cassadine will get any minutes, actually, in this game because of, just because of the magnitude of this game. I don't see him coming on. But we're starting to get benches where we've got players that can come on and make an impact for us, which is really, really good. Riley, most underrated Chelsea YouTuber. Mate, you're so kind. You're way too kind. Thank you very, very much. You all of your love, lads and ladies watching along, thank you so much. Do you know what? I've been feeling the love a lot recently on this YouTube channel, and I have to say, I'll do the apology now. I know I haven't been uploading recently. It has been super busy, and I've been featuring on quite a lot of other channels. So it's been a little bit mad. I haven't been able to focus on my own channel, which is a bit of a shame, but I will, Bobinho, as you ask, I will be dropping some more content soon. So don't worry. And do you know what? We've got loads more games coming up as well, which will allow me to do a lot more reviews. I've got a lot of ideas about tactical reviews. I've got a lot of ideas about individual player reviews and sort of talking about, whether players should stay or go. I am thinking about doing an entire video on Mykhailo Mudryk. And this is my promise to you all watching now, that video will be out soon. I will do a video on him. I will talk about my feelings about him, not just my love for him and how amazing he is, but also as a Chelsea player. Kasper is in from Denmark. Welcome to the stream, mate. Thank you so much for coming in. Terry, love your commentary. You and Joey inspired me to start my own Chelsea podcast. Love it. Well, let me know what the podcast name is, mate, and I'll check it out. John is in from New Zealand. Let me know where you're all watching from. We love that. I love watching and knowing where you're all from around the world. So thank you so much for watching this. We're about to get kicked off in the game. Cole Palmer is about to kick us off. We have won the toss, and we are hitting and playing against the end that we want to play against. I have got the timer ready to go, and we are going to watch this. So let's get going. Here we go. Cole Palmer kicks us off. Let's go. Right, we're watching it now. Sweden, Newcastle, London, United States, South Africa, Hungary, Vancouver, Australia. We're a global fan base. We're a global channel. Welcome to every single one of you. We're just kicked off. Thiago Silva has got it at the back. James with the super chat. James Page, £2. Thank you very much. Love all your videos and work. Keep it up, man. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much indeed. Absolutely love that. You're very, very kind. Appreciate the super chats. I'm actually thinking about, maybe not for this one, because I need to think about how I'm going to do it, but I'm thinking about doing a little giveaway, a little competition to everyone that sort of comments and does a little note in the super chats. So what I'm thinking about is like giving away a free t-shirt. So if I do that, I will let you guys know. I think that could be a little idea to give back to you guys for watching the channel and all the love you have on the channel. So really, really appreciate it. We're watching this now. So Badiashiel's on the left. He's just whipped a ball straight over to Conor Gallagher. Conor's touch wasn't the best touch in the world, but we had an unbelievable opportunity there. And I have to say, this is one of the criticisms of Conor Gallagher. Conor, sometimes in the big moments, he doesn't score the goals that he should be scoring, and there I feel like he's let us down a bit. Badiashiel did an unbelievable ball there. Don't know where he pulled that one from, and yeah, it was just bad. Gilchrist, by the way, is on the right, and Badiashiel looks like he's actually coming from the left-hand side. So this is a complete different setup for us here. We haven't really seen this orientation very often. Obviously, Disasi was playing as a right back the other day. But today, centre-back with Badiashiel going on the left-hand side. I think if you look at them, Badiashiel and Colwill are relatively similar. We're trying a lot of long balls here. We just saw another one over the top to Raheem Sterling. And that was another decent long ball. Are we playing three at the back? No, I don't think we are. It looks like the wing-backs are inverting and taking up positions in the midfield. I saw Gilchrist there taking up a position which was more central. So yeah, I think he's very much a right back. And we're seeing Enzo dropping in here as well to pick up the ball from Thiago Silva. So yeah, do you know what? I feel like Poch is learning here. And I feel like he's, with his team selections, he's moving it about a bit more and switching it up, which I like. Gallagher, again, has just had a ball threaded through to him from Noni Madueke on the right-hand side. He's tried to cut it back, and it was a really poor cutback as well from Gallagher. So, so far, not so good from Conor. Not so good at all. And Caicedo's just had a foul. He's limping immediately. Grant, to be honest, I only came up with your channel because Josh came up on my YouTube. Do you mean Joey? Legend Joey. What a channel. Dallas, you're saying that you like me, you like Joey, Charlie. Yeah, mate, honestly, there are so many good channels out there now for Chelsea content. And I hope that I can be featured on a few more of them. I hope I can sort of connect a bit more with the Chelsea community, because I think there are so many talented creators out there. And I watch a lot of them myself. And so, yeah, hopefully it'll be nice to do some content with some of the other YouTube channels here. So we've got the ball at the back now. For everyone listening in for the radio show, thank you so much for tuning in and for listening to my amazing video and radio show, because there's some people here trying to understand what's going on in the game. At the moment, it's fairly chilled. We're keeping the ball. Villa haven't had a lot of possession, and we are passing it around the back by the looks of it at the moment. As I say, what I was worried about was that we were going to be quite negative and quite slow here. But at the moment, we're pressing up. We've had chances already in the first 4 minutes of the game, but we haven't, really looked like we're going to score, which is a shame. I am worried about how defensive the overall team is as well, especially with no striker up top. I worry about that. But we're knocking on the door. We've started better than I thought we were going to be. And bearing in mind the Villa's position in the league, you're thinking, they're going to be a very tough team. I was looking at the form. In the last 8 games, Villa won 4, drawn 3 and lost 1. So, very comparable to our form, really, in all competitions. So yeah, this was always going to be a tough game. But they are looking defensive themselves, Villa here. They play seemingly now, and what I've read and heard is that it's a 4-4-2 with but they're shaping up quite defensive. They're quite slow. Who's up top? It's Palmer up top today as the false 9. So we saw how he performed against Borough, and the performance wasn't amazing. He missed 3 very good chances as we're pressing them from the back here. Gallagher nearly got a chance there from Martinez, but again didn't quite get on the ball. So yeah, Palmer, we need him to come good and bring that form that he had in the Borough second leg as opposed to the first leg, because that first leg he lost so many chances, just missed some sitters. And is that harsh? Is that harsh to say that they were sitters? I don't think it is. Villa, their build-up is so slow here that they've got the ball finally. Douglas Luiz has pinged the ball over the top, over the back of Gilchrist, and they've tried to get the ball into the box. Very good block from Disasi, but they're still in here. Connor's just done an unbelievable challenge, and that's what you want to see from him. You want to see him getting up and down and breaking up play. Conor Gallagher, how do you solve a problem like Conor Gallagher? Do you know what I mean? Like, there is potential that he does go to Spurs by the end of January. And when I first heard this, even in the summer, I was going bit stupid really to get rid of Conor, especially when you got rid of players like Mason Mount. How well has he done at United? Players like that. But yeah, I mean, Conor Gallagher leaving is a real possibility now, and I'm starting to think that might not necessarily be the worst idea in the world. I'm sorry to say it, and I know you're going to hate me for saying that, but I have to say, with the amount of strength and depth that we have in the centre mid positions, with the amount of money that we could potentially get for him, he isn't signing a new contract at the moment. Don't know what's going on there. Hopefully he will sign a new contract, but if he doesn't, then you got to let him go and we got to move on. So it will be very interesting to see what happens with Conor. I'm so conflicted because I love him and I love what he does for the team. Noni Madueke is in, but I agree with Umar. Like, I just don't know if he's got the Chelsea quality. I don't know if he's got a league winning quality. I don't know if he's got a Champions League winning quality. So, yeah, we've just seen Noni Madueke come in from the right-hand side, whip a ball in. Longley has flicked it up and out for a corner. So we've got a corner on the right-hand side. Noni is going to whip it in with his left foot. We love to see it. We should be very dominant in the air today with our 4 centre-backs. It was meant to be Carl, but it's Gilchrist, but we should be dominant in the air. Cole Palmer's sort of duking around on the outside of the box. He's not really nailed the pass, though. It was meant to be for Noni, and it wasn't. Noni's still got it here on the byline, tries to flick it in, kind of fluffs it, to be fair, and Villa are breaking now. Terry, you're asking, how would I feel about Gallagher leaving if we use the money for Osman? Well, that's kind of my point, right? As Villa are breaking here, that's kind of my point, is like, we need a striker. I think that's glaringly obvious. We might need 2 strikers potentially if Jackson is seen more as a winger. So I think with that in mind, we're going to need a lot of cash. We are going to get a lot of cash. You think about the players that we got: Lukaku, Ziyech, Sarr, Chalobah, Maatsen. I mean, the list could go on. There's a lot of players that are still going to be out here. Thiago Silva's just done a very poor challenge on McGinn, and they've got a free kick on the edge of the area here. We're going to make a lot of money. So the question is like, do you need Broja, obviously, as well, by the way, that we're going to sell? Do we need the money? Do we need the Conor money? I'm starting to think we probably will, because we're going to want to invest there elsewhere in the squad as well. And so I could see them completely cashing in. And it would be a shame. It would be a real shame. Sean, you're saying you'd rather see him go for free than go to Spurs. Do you know what? He would be amazing at Spurs as well, by the way. He would be really, really good. And yeah, Mount looked way better than Gallagher, but look at him now. Look at his performances at the moment and whether he can even stay fit. I don't miss Mason Mount anymore. I thought I was going to miss him a lot. I really did. But I don't. And I just... They know more than us, right? The guys that are there, the management team, the scouting team, recruitment boys, they're going to know whether they want him or not. And if they don't want him, then you got to back him. But yeah. Lennon, you're so right, by the way. That's a good point, that we look so much better without Connor in the team and playing a more traditional number 10. And this is what I mean. When I saw the lineups today, I thought it felt defensive. And I know I've been saying that over and over again, but it felt really defensive. Villa have taken this free kick short. They're whipping it in, and it's a free header, and Petrovic has made a fantastic save there. It's tipped it over the bar. Quasi, first super chat. Thank you. Oh, your third super chat. Wow, thank you so much. Torres was your favourite player growing up. You didn't... how big of a flop he was until he was older. Do you always remember him? Mate, Torres was a great player. And you know what? If he didn't have that injury that he suffered pre coming to Chelsea, he might have been an even better player for us. Frustrating player, but certainly some very good memories. Oh, they're in here. Villa are in. They've just scored. It was pinball at the back, and Villa have scored. I don't know if this is going to count. It feels like there should have been an offside here, but Villa have whacked it in the goal. It was bouncing around the back here. Petrovic is looking absolutely frustrated. It was pinball. I'm going to watch this again. Corner comes in. Short corner. Didn't press him. Sterling was tracking his man, but didn't press. Cole Palmer, again, tries to press, misses it. And then, it's Gilchrist, tries to win a header. I'm going to slap the score on here, boys. This is a really unlucky goal. It won't be an offside because it comes off Gilchrist. And I mean, it could have gone anywhere, but yeah, we're one goal down. Really poor goal to concede, and it's a shame for Gilchrist because I don't blame him for that at all. But yeah, 1-0 down, not good at all. And it's immediately harder. They're just going to sit in. They are looking at this. Still when the original shot takes place. Okay, well, let's have a look at the VAR. We're going to watch it. So they're pulling it back here. That is not the point of contact, is it? Oh, they're looking at a handball, guys. They're looking at a handball. So, for context here, VAR is happening right now. I thought it was going to be an offside. They're not looking at the offside by the looks of it. But they are looking at a handball. It comes over to Luiz very quickly. It does hit him on the hand. I might have to change the scoreboards. Come on. It did look like a handball. It brushes his hand. And you know what it's like now in the modern era. Get in, Sean. Get in, Chelsea. Tell me now, am I going to take the score off? Am I going to get rid of it? Because at the moment, Villa are still 1-0 up in my head. Oh, here we go. Referee, no goal. The goal goes off. Get it off here. Come on. You hate to see it. You hate to see goals like that. And I don't want to see that. Cheers to that, everyone. Cheers to disallowed goals. Get him. That would have been so cruel on Alfie. That would have been so cruel. Get in the chat and say, come on, Chelsea, because we need some love right now. That was a joke. That would have been such an annoying goal to concede. Especially when we've been kind of all over them. But I have to say, right, this is one thing that I do want to call out here. The pressing. The pressing sometimes from us at the moment is nowhere near good enough. Now, is that a Poch problem or is that an individual player problem? Because it's a set piece there where it's like one of those things. Press them. Get them down. Do not let them have a cross in from that position. I'm not going to blame Sterling. I would love to blame Sterling because you know how much I hate him. I can't blame him. So we're not going to do that. And then it's Cole Palmer then that doesn't press him well enough. So Cole Palmer is the one there. And we've heard so many times about how intelligent Cole Palmer's pressing is. And from the front, it's been amazing. But in that moment there, it wasn't good at all. Terry, your wife, who's an MLS fan, said Petrovic was the one to watch out for because he was fantastic in the MLS. How many times have we heard that players are good in the MLS and then they're not good in other leagues? But wow, Petrovic has been amazing. Petrovic has been so good, and he is the number one for me. He is the absolute number one. But getting back to the pressing, I think that is one of Pochettino's biggest weaknesses in terms of the way that our boys press. I think there are so many opportunities that we do not snuff out. And so, yeah, it's not good, is it? It's not good. But do you know what is good? Is having all of you lot watching this game with me. Villa are very much coming into the game now. But we are having a little break here. Sterling has picked the ball up on the left-hand side. And Sterling has done what he always does. He's slowed it down, but he's then beaten two men. So you can't hate it. Enzo has just done an unbelievable pass through to Cole Palmer. Oh, Noni with his left foot. He has just slapped it straight into Martinez. We should have scored that. 100% should have scored that. Milo, welcome to the stream, mate. You're on the smoke break at work. Thank you for keeping you in the loop. It's my pleasure, mate. Enjoy your smoke break. Try not to work too hard when we should be watching the game. I'll try and keep you updated. Try and keep me on sort of... Maybe you can put me in one of your earphones and carry on working. That would be the way to go. That's the way I would do it. We've just seen another switch ball. We look like we could score here. We look like we're attacking. I'm glad that it is still 0-0. I mean, coming back from 1-0 would have been an absolute meh. Son of River have to make that. Martinez is going to be important for Villa. He is a very good player. One of the goalkeepers that I would have liked to have looked at, and if he wasn't at a team as sort of forward-thinking and as progressive as Villa, maybe we would have had a chance to get him. But what a signing he's been for them. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel that was a free signing. Correct me if I'm wrong. Martinez has made some very good saves recently as well. I've seen some of the highlights of him recently, and he's looked very, very good. We've got a lot of space in the attacking third here. A lot of space. Cole Palmer's just done an unbelievable touch. He's taken a shot, but it's straight at Martinez. You can't be shooting against Martinez from that far out if it's that weak. You just can't. So, do you know what? I do like that we're taking more pot shots. And actually, maybe we should call them pot shots, because we're taking a few more of those at the moment. And we need to see those because the shooting volume has not been enough. We've been trying to... I felt like at the start of the season we were trying to walk it in. And now we seem a bit more aggressive on the shot taking. Overall, look, 18-minute review. Overall, I think it's been... Cole Palmer's got the ball. He's intercepted. Oh, my God, guys, we were one-on-one there. Cole Palmer with an unbelievable interception. He was one-on-one with Martinez. That was a very good goal-scoring opportunity that we've missed. We've had some chances, and this is the thing that we were saying about Cole Palmer being the false nine. You questioned some of those easy chances that he missed in the Borough game. Was he going to do that again? He's done it again tonight. Like, that was a sitter. But you have to be in those positions to stop it. You have to press. But I have to say, and it's gone out for a corner. We've got a corner. Come on. I have to say, not good from Cole Palmer. He's been so great this season, but that chance there, I think it was Longley here, who just does like a suicide pass, like such a bad pass, straight across his box. I think meant to be to the other central defender. Cole Palmer gets a great touch on it. Should have scored, but didn't. Hits it straight at the goalkeeper. Not good enough. Not good enough at all. And wow, we should have scored that. We should have. That should have been a goal. He could have scored so many more goals this season, Palmer, couldn't he? Already, unbelievable record. Close to Havertz's sort of total goal tally, wasn't it, in a season? And yeah. Lornick, why is Alfie playing instead of Colwell? I had the same question. Apparently, Colwell was injured in the warm-up. And so we've got Gilchrist on the right-hand side. Oh, my God. Sterling has just nuts someone. We're knocking on the door, guys. We're knocking on the door. Terry saying we're winning with XG. I get absolutely murdered for talking about XG. I get absolutely slated for it. I love XG. I think it's very interesting. But we've been all over them. XG, and let alone shots, let alone possession. Let's have a look at the possession actually. 73%. So if that's not dominance, I don't know what it is. But I have to say, some of those games we've had recently where we've been sort of dominating possession aren't necessarily the games we end up winning. So you got to be scared about that. We've done another short corner routine. Cole Palmer's got it on the right hand side. He wants to whip the ball in, he can't. Raheem does so, hits the first man, hits Cash, Matty Cash, in the head, and goes out. But overall, I think this has been brilliant so far. We're looking like we've got some energy, this energy that we didn't have elsewhere. And Matty Cash still looks like he's concussed, trying to recover from that wonder cross from Raheem Sterling. This game is not going in the way that I thought it was going to go. I thought that Villa were going to be better than they have been so far. And I know they've got... I know that they've got amazing quality. I know that they've been in great form, but today they haven't looked amazing. And then I also know that they got the ball in the back of the net, but it didn't count. It did not count. Here we go. Raheem Sterling on the left hand side. Sorry, I was reading the chat there. There's a handball shout. The referee has waved it away. Matty Cash could still be concussed. Maybe he is seeing double. Because Raheem has picked the ball up here. He's made a run. He's got a wonderful header. He's beat Cash for pace. He gets the ball in. It hits Cash's thigh and then goes onto the arm. I think that would be incredibly harsh to give, to be fair. I think it'd be really harsh. Shawnee, you said... I love your average player positioning stats. I love those stats as well, because I have to say, the key thing that I find difficult to digest sometimes is players' positions. Like saying that Enzo is a pivot player is very difficult to justify unless you have something to back it up. Like you can watch the game, you can make your perspective. But the average positions like really do identify that. Like how far advanced was Enzo? Was Connor the deeper lying player? Was, Caicedo the lone pivot? I find all of that very interesting, especially when you're looking at the tactical tweaks that Pochettino is doing this season. And so I think that's very revealing, and why I always sort of talk about that in my match reviews. I think it's very revealing of the tactical setup, and I'm sort of addicted to tactics. I find it very interesting, and so I do always love to talk about that. But yeah, Villa are in our half. They're attacking now. I have to say that, like, at the back, they look a little bit nervous, which is surprising when you think of Konza, unbelievable player. Matty Cash, very, very good player here. We've just done a little bit of a suicide pass from Thiago Silva header, and Villa got a free kick on the edge of our area. When you think of the quality that they do still have at the back, obviously they've got a lot of injuries. Tyrone Mings is injured. Diego Carlos, I would nearly call him Diego Costa. Diego Carlos is injured, I believe. Luca Dean is injured. So they've got a lot of injuries at the back. So you would hope that they would be a little bit more open, and they have been, to be fair. But what I don't love is giving free kicks away. I feel like Villa are actually quite a good team from free kicks as well. I actually have no stats to back that up, but I just feel that they are quite good at free kicks. And they've got 4 players around this. They're queuing up in the box, but it doesn't feel like it's going to be one of those free kicks where it goes into the box. It looks like it's going to be a shot here. And McGinn, left footer, standing over it, underrated player, and yeah, we'll see how good he is from this free kick. John McGinn, like, where the fuck did this lad come from? Oh wow, they've done a little routine here. John McGinn smacks it over the bar. Get in. Sorry, I'm just reading a comment from Leonard. You're so right. You know, it's the tan. It's Joey's tan, and it's how he keeps that hair so coiffed all the time. You know, I totally agree. But you know, you're doing him a disservice on the brain side. He's a very witty man, a very funny man actually, and that is ultimately the ultimate form of intelligence, I would say. So yeah, Umar, as good as Thiago Silva is, he seems like he makes a few errors passing back to the goalkeeper. I know what you're saying, but it's harsh, isn't it? It's harsh. Terry thinks that Ginn thinks that he's Alex. What a legend! What a legend Alex was. We've had some great memories of Alex at our football club, and I feel like he might get in this team. You know, Alex. I feel like he could, definitely. Martinez is very far out of his area there, and he lumps the ball forward. This game has been frenetic, actually. It started quite slowly. Alfie Gilchrist has just done a ball right through. Raheem must have been offside there. Alfie Gilchrist has just done an unbelievable pass through the Villa defence. And straight to Raheem Sterling. It wasn't given offside. I think it probably would have been on review with the VAR there. But Alfie Gilchrist, when did he become, you know, a prime Cesc Fabregas? I don't know. What a player. What a legend. I remember Alex hit a goal so hard it blew out his knee. Yeah, I'm not surprised. The guy had a lot of power. And in fact, was my free kick inspiration for my entire childhood, I have to say. What a legend he was. We were reminiscing about some players the other day, Joey and I, on the show. And we were talking about some of the classic strikers that we had. Mikhail Forsell was one of my sort of like... one of my heroes. We've had some good free kick takers. Some good power free kick takers. You know, David Luiz, Alex... we've had some very good power. Do you know what? Didn't Jeremy have a quite good like banger of a free kick as well? I remember him smacking some free kicks. I also thought that Ballack was quite good with the free kicks, wasn't he? We don't have that as much now. We have more like finesse free kick takers with Palmer and Sterling and Reece. Reece isn't really a power free kick taker, is he? Do you know what's mad is that I do think on the sort of overall unbiased review of the game, we probably deserve to be up. Let's be honest. We deserve to be winning this, especially with that Cole Palmer chance. Yeah, Drogba used to take a few. Yeah, Drogba was a power free kick. I was trying to think of more like power free kick takers. Drogba was good there. We're pressing so high. We had literally 4 players in the box just then, pressing them really highly. Is he off? Is Conor Gallagher offside net? No, he's not. So we've got the ball on the edge of the area. Caicedo has got it. We're all over them here. For you guys that aren't able to watch the game, we're knocking on the door here. What's the most memorable Chelsea game you've ever seen? Do you know what? It was that Barcelona. Was it 4-2 that we won? Unbelievable game that was. I was there. Oh God, I loved some of those Champions League nights. I can't wait to be back in the Champions League to relive some of that drama. Some of those ones are there. I have to say, probably the ultimate one though was the Champions League final, the first Champions League final in Munich. I was there, and that was. I was a teenager, and like that experience was just like unbelievable. Never forget it. And like just to share that with all the Chelsea fans, like I know that's a cliche answer. That's why I thought I was kind of thinking the Barcelona one before, because that was like one of the games that was all really stuck in my mind. But the that Champions League final was mad. Was mad. Yeah, let me know some of your players you loved, because I mentioned Mikhail Forsell, but like non sort of like obvious picks. Like there's some like, you know, Chelsea legends here, but like some sort of like rogue players that didn't play that often that you really appreciate. Like for example, right, I just saw a Schürrle. Yeah, Umar, you said Schürrle. Rated him really highly as well. Really liked his playing style actually as well, and was an underrated player. Seems like actually like a good bloke as well. Oscar or Willian, I like both of those. Like Willian was like so underrated. How good is he, by the way, for Fulham still? Cole Palmer's got the ball. Oh my days! So Cole Palmer's just had the ball on the byline. He's crossed it in, and it could have easily have been an own goal. And again, Martinez has just like saved them there. What a goalkeeper this lad is. He's massive as well. Djemba Ba, yeah, rate Djemba Ba a lot. He was a good one. Ramirez. Can you remember that Ramirez chip? Oh my God. So Enzo has just passed it to Noni Madueke. He's in the area. And he slapped it over. Not good. Not good at all. That was a mare. Oh, just watching it now. We've had so many chances. Loic Remy is still your PSN. Oh, Remy. Classic player. Came out of nowhere as well. Like, it had that unbelievable season. And then we lapped him up. He was a classic player. Fair play. Yeah. There's some very good ones. Aspi, do you know what, is so underrated as well. I was thinking about him the other day because he's got injured, hasn't he? He can't play at the moment. And I really hope that's not the end of his career. I mean, he still feels like he's young and he's got quite a lot of years in him. And it's just a shame. Like, do you know what? Question for you guys. Do you think that Aspi could do something for us right now? Do you think he could make an impact for us? Because I feel like he could be a left back for us right now. I feel like he could play playing right back. I think he was so good. I miss Aspi. I hope that we do the right thing as a club and get Aspi back in the team. That would be fantastic. That would be absolutely fantastic. Did Brian hear about Kieran Trippier staying at Newcastle? Yes, I think he did. I think he's quite chuffed about that, to be honest with you. He's a quality player, isn't he? I think it was enough money involved in that deal, to be fair. Yeah, going back to Aspi would be great to see him. I hope he is back in the management capacity. Conor Gallagher, Conor's rushed another shot. He's rushed another one. It's not good. So basically, ball comes through ball. Conor Gallagher is trying to beat the offside trap. Looks like he does beat the offside trap. He then does a shot cross. Not good. Aspi had no legs when he left. We need fullbacks that can overlap with our forwards. Right, you say that, Terry. You say that. But is Colwill more attacking than Aspi? I don't think he is. You know, is Aspi more attacking than Alfred Gilchrist would be? Probably, yeah. So there are moments this season, there are games where he potentially would have been quite good. So Caicedo's on the floor here now. He's just been clattered by Watkins. Was that a yellow card? Should it have been a yellow card? I think it probably should have been a yellow card. And I don't think it was. I'm just checking now to see if it was. It wasn't. Thiago Silva's got booked, by the way. I don't remember that. That must have been one of the earlier fouls. Have we got... No, it's a goal kick. Noni was trying to cut inside from the right. Didn't get it. Should have kept Livramento in the right back position. Yeah, like, do you know what? Hindsight is so easy with the Livramento one. I think with Livramento, he had Reece James and Aspi in front of him at the time. And so you can't actually blame the club for selling him at that point. Now, you could blame them for saying, like, you could blame them for thinking that, you know, Aspi was on the way out. We all knew that he was on the way out. His legs were gone. And so forward planning, bad. But Livramento wouldn't have wanted to be in Reece James' shadow anyway, so he would have been pushing to leave anyway. So, and then yeah, Lamptey, as you said, Lamptey was there as well, and I think that was a good sale. To be fair, Lamptey, Lamptey was one of those players that, like, in that COVID season, like, tore it up, but injuries, things like that, not ruined his career, but definitely stifled his progress, and he didn't live up to the potential. Do you know what? The one that I want to see more often, while he's still at the club, maybe he won't be there for long, is Chalobah. Like, I feel like he's one of the better centre-back, right-back options, or centre-back, full-back options. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, Noni's got the ball here. He's got into the area. Unbelievable footwork from him, and he tries to cut it back, and like Villa just have like so many players back there. So it was blocked, and we haven't scored again. We've had so many opportunities. We've had so many chances here. Real shame that we haven't got a goal yet. But we're playing it around here. Sterling has just done an unbelievable back heel. And they're holding on to Enzo. He's tried to win a foul. He hasn't got it. And Matty Cash is all over Raheem Sterling. I don't know how we've not scored. Like, it's a bit mental, actually, that we've had this many chances. And I actually don't have the XG stats in front of me. Because I wanna have a look at those now, actually. Because the XG would be really interesting. Connor's whipped a ball in. Oh, so basically Enzo's gone down in the box here. Cash was behind him. And he's now sarcastically applauding. So we get the ball here. Noni has it on the right-hand side. He plays the through ball through to Conor Gallagher, who is considerably onside. It's behind Enzo, who tries to control the ball. Doesn't. And they've given a corner. It's not a corner. It's either a penalty or a goal kick. So, weird one, that. And by the way, it's still 0-0 in the other game, in the Spurs game, but I think that's just very, very early on in that one. Oh, we've just had a great ball from Noni, and Raheem gets it, and it's another corner. We're so far ahead here. I don't think we get the XG stats, live. We'll look at it at half time. Yeah, Alfie doesn't look out of place at all. Alfie's looking good at the moment. Ake looks good at Man City. I don't know if he would be good enough for Chelsea, to be honest with you. We've got another corner here. Palmer, I think, with this one. Oh, wow. So Martinez misses it. And it smacks his own player, basically. And Disasi tries to go for the overhead kick, which you would have loved to have seen. And yeah, didn't get it. If he'd got this overhead kick, he would have been mad. Kicks the Kamara, the Villa player, smack bang in the face. So he'll be feeling that. And yeah, we've missed another opportunity there. Maybe not missed, but we had another opportunity to score. Sean, can you go on to FootMob and let me know what the XG is? I'm interested. I don't want to miss the action here. Sean Wright Phillips, Andrei Shevchenko, and Daniel Sturridge. I think Andrei Shevchenko was definitely like a Galactico player. I don't know if we can say underrated for him. Because he was quality. I don't think we can say he's like an underrated player. Shawnee Wright, though, like it. And Daniel Sturridge, Sturridge had his moments, didn't he? He scored some goals. Current XG, 0.55 to us and 0.27 to Villa. That feels incredibly low. That feels like we should be way more than that. Noni's got it again on the right-hand side. Definitely gets pushed. They haven't given it. We've got so many players in the area. Do you know what, lads? Tactically, we've changed a lot. Like recently, we've really gone for it a lot more. Raheem Sterling picks up the ball. Oh, Cole Palmer didn't hold it up well enough. We're very, very attacking, and this game is opening up now. Like Villa are on the counter now. There you go. Yeah, sorry, James. Thanks very much for that. I was crediting Sean for it, and he's let the team down. And yeah, thanks very much. Legend, both of you. The XG stats are very interesting. It feels like we should be way higher than that. Feels like we should be way, way higher than that. Colin, you're saying that Gallagher's proven he deserves a place as a starter. I agree, but he also did miss a couple of... he didn't score his chance earlier on. Why did Cole go out last minute? He was injured in the warm-up, apparently. Tactically, yeah, Terry, you're right. So, we know that we knew it was always going to take time. Tactical things don't just happen overnight, especially with new managers and new squads and young teams. And I feel that we're in the zone now where we're finally getting a bit of continuity from the team. And regardless of what happens tonight, even if Villa end up, going on and winning, which, could happen. But I feel like there's something clicking now. Like we're playing, the phases of football are better. The overall movement is better. The attacking impetus and like bodies in the box are far better than it was last season. Far better. And so, like for me, that's why I'm big Poch in at the moment, because I feel that there are sort of like the tide is turning, and I feel that there are positive signs. Ethan, you've asked me a couple of times about Klopp, so I promise you I will come back on that one. So let's give a quick review of Jurgen Klopp. What minute am I on? I'm on the. I should be like live on the timer. So can you see the timer on screen? That's my timer that I'm on at the moment. So Jurgen Klopp. So came out of the blue today, didn't it? We got some news that Jurgen was going to do a press conference and an interview, which he did, and the press conference said that he was leaving at the end of the season. Came completely out of the blue. I believe he had a relatively long contract. Someone was saying he's got a year left, which I think is true, actually. He was leaving in 2025, summer of 2025. And he said that he's going to leave it this summer instead, summer 2024. So, for me, like, let's just look at it from the Liverpool perspective first, then we'll give the Chelsea bias perspective. From the Liverpool's perspective, it is gutting. They're going to go for it this season now, and they're still in 4 competitions. They could win 4 trophies absolutely easily, actually, if you think about it. So they've got that impetus, and they're going to be going for it 100%. I think, you know, for the rest of the Premier League is a good thing, because he is an unbelievable manager. Seems, you know, like he got the best out of teams that were less well off in terms of money, in terms of signings and that sort of thing. He spent his money, but there were other teams that spent far more. You know, he cared so much about that football club and was intrinsically linked with the city and the fans, that there's going to be an impact there, regardless of who comes in, regardless of if it's Xabi Alonso, regardless of if it's a Serbi or whoever comes in at Liverpool, there is going to be a hangover, and we've just got to maximise that. Raheem Sterling's in here. Enzo, decent pass, but Raheem Sterling just doesn't bring it under his control, and it goes straight to Martinez. But another opportunity for the Chelsea. But yeah, I think it's a real shame for Liverpool, and he'll be missed in the Premier League. Like, you know, you've got to take your bias out of it, right? And you just got to say, unbelievable manager, and Liverpool were better off with him. And he's impacted the Premier League in a way that not many other managers have. And his longevity is testament to his overall quality. And so, like, we have to give our credit to Jurgen. Very, very good manager. I'm glad, from a Chelsea perspective, that he's not in the league anymore, because he's very good. Raheem Sterling gets another switch ball and has another misplaced touch there. But he's looking exciting, actually, Raheem now. Raheem's looking very decent here tonight. Very good performance. Been impressed, actually, with him. I think, look, I'm always quite, harsh on Raheem, and I think there are moments in which if he's looking good, you have to praise him. And I think tonight's one of those ones. He's looked all right. He's had some decent moments. I just want to see him get a goal. And I feel like he could get a goal tonight. Noni's on the right-hand side. He obviously wants to cut on his left. He didn't get the pass off, didn't get the cross, so he's still positioned on the right-hand side. He does now get a cross in, but it just goes straight to Martinez. So, yeah, do you know what, Umar? Like, you're so right. They are going to be so up for it. And obviously, remember, like, their first game after announcing that is going to be Chelsea, which is classic. Like, we're going to have to play them in the league. We're going to have to play them in the cup. It's going to be so much harder now with this news. You know that squad is going to be fired up. The thing is like, the question is, did they know previous? Did the squad know? Did the management team know previous to this? And so were they up for the fight already? Like, were they already going through that process? Like, is it a big deal that we're playing them next? Like, I have a small feeling that that was the case. That we knew that squad knew that he was going anyway. And so, the impetus and the sort of drive for them was always there. And you know what I have to say, to be honest with you, do Liverpool really need much motivation anyway? They're always a very motivated squad. Conor Gallagher just whips a ball in. Was he offside? I'm not sure. But wins the ball in. Palmer seems like he's going to go out for a corner. I still think we're looking at the offside. Don't think it was offside, but we've got a corner here. Apparently, yeah. Don't know if the squad did know. Lose the Premier League. I still think they're going to win the Premier League, Liverpool. If my prediction is that Liverpool still do it this season, irregardless of Man City and Kevin De Bruyne. Wow, we just had another cross, another shot on target from a Badiashile header. We're knocking on the door here. We're putting so many balls in the box. It's all one-way traffic, it feels like, at the moment. Am I being like, biased here, that it just feels that we're sort of like we're all over them? But yeah, as I say, I've got one of my good friends is Anfield Agenda, Craig on that channel, and who's obviously a big contributor to the Kickoff as well. So we absolutely love him. And, I was speaking to him today, and it's just, there are conflicting reports about what happened and who knew when and that sort of thing. And I think the overall sentiment is that they're just gutted. Terry, you have asked me the £1 million question, which is, who should we not have let go? De Bruyne or Salah? For me, it's obvious that both these players are immense, and that either one of them would make a real impact for Chelsea. I'm looking about their careers and the time in which we would have had them. Oh, sorry, we're in here. That's such a shame. Villa have broken it up, and we had a very promising attack snuffed out there. So I think if you looked in the prime of their careers, we were having Willian and Hazard on the wings, and we had Pedro as a backup. And you think, in that moment, did we need Salah? And obviously you could say, yeah, we did. I just feel that De Bruyne probably would have got us overall more impact throughout his career than Salah would have done. But my God, we would have been such a better team. And it's very easy to say that. And as I say, obviously both of them would have had an immense impact. But I think I would just go for De Bruyne. What would you guys say? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Would you prefer to have kept De Bruyne or Salah at Chelsea Football Club? Two amazing misses. I mean, if you want to throw Romelu in there, then by all means, do it. There's so many. There's so many of those players in that era that we shouldn't have let go. They would have been absolutely brilliant. Salah, we've got to vote for Salah here. It's a real shame that we're going to go into half time here, by the way, being 0-0, when we should have scored some of those. Do you know what? Like, defensively, like, we're looking all right here. We're looking all right. And it is half time now. So what sub should we do at half time? If it was me, I probably wouldn't do any subs at half time. I think we played quite well. I would probably look to bring on... Broja around 60. I would think about that. But it depends if he's going. Like, if he's booked in for a medical tomorrow night, then you can understand why Poch wouldn't be playing him. Yeah, and then obviously you know what I'm going to say about Mikhailo. I'd like to see him come on as well. But I have to say, both the wingers tonight, Raheem and Noni, have looked decent. They've looked very, very decent. We should sue them for the new badge. Do you know what? You can see it, right? Where is it? Here. You can see it here. That is very similar, isn't it? It is very similar. And we should be getting some royalties for that, because they have just copied our design. And can you blame them? Because it's a very good logo. It's a very good badge. You got to love it. So yeah, overall review of the first half. I'm very surprised about the way that it went. Very surprised. I thought that we were going to be in trouble in that game. Villa are an immense team at the moment, and Emery's an immense manager. But we've been all over them. I do feel that at half time he will be laying into the memory, and they're going to come out a lot better. But we've just got to convert these chances. Like it's not complicated now. We've made some very good opportunities, and maybe that's. I mean, look, we'll get onto the striker situation shortly, but like we just need a world-class goal scorer, don't we? We really do just need like that amazing player, and yeah, like the Benzema chat is not going to go away, and what I'm hearing at the moment is that we are putting in feelers about trying to make that deal happen. And if that deal does happen, then that is it's going to be a very smart move for Chelsea Football Club. Getting a guy in that's a proven goal scorer, don't care how old he is, he's going to be there for 6 months. In a weird way, I don't even really care how much money we pay him, because I feel like we've got, money in the bank to pay him anyway. And yeah, we really could use him. We really could use him. Curtis, you said that Carney off the bench. Such a fair point. And I didn't even think about Carney. The thing is like overall, that front four, barring, missing some chances, they've looked okay. So I wouldn't be rushing to change it now. Right. Shall we talk about Mykhailo Mudryk? Shall we prep everyone for this? I mean, strap in, because this is going to be an interesting chat. And I will do a full video on this because I think it's a divisive issue that Chelsea fans are really considering at the moment about what we do about this guy. And especially off the back of the Borough performance. And we have short memories, don't we? Because that's all we remember of Mykhailo Mudryk, and not some of the other games where he's looked absolutely immense and changed the game. But I have to say, I wouldn't be rushing to offload him, and I wouldn't be rushing to loan him either. Like, I feel that Mykhailo is one of those players that's like a confidence and a sort of like a player that needs to be wanted and loved. Like Romelu Lukaku's a bit like that, wasn't he? Like, he needed an arm around him. He needed to feel the sort of the support of the manager and the team. And I feel like if you send Mykhailo out on loan, you're basically saying we trust another manager with his development. And yeah, you could find the right manager, but I just don't think that you want to take that risk. I feel you want him in and around the squad with Pochettino, with the fitness coaches, with the technical coaches, improving his movement, improving his sort of, I suppose like the way he controls the ball, the runs that he makes. I feel like you want to get all over that. Like you don't want to trust that to someone else. And I feel that being in and around the club, being with quality players, that is the only way that he's gonna do it. So I wouldn't be rushing him out. I definitely wouldn't be selling him. Definitely. We're not going to get our money back anyway. So it's just stupid. I do think that we're going to put a lot more pressure on him in terms of competition next season. With Angelo coming back, I hope he does come back and play. And so, yeah, I think there'll be potentially other signings. I saw Rafael Leao in the chat. Come on. Rafael Leao. Hello. What are you saying, mate? He's barely scored all season, hasn't he? He's barely scored all season. So yeah, I don't think he's the answer. But I think there will be other wingers on the market, and it'll be very interesting to see what you go for. I have to be honest with you as well. The reason why I keep saying 2 strikers need to be brought in the summer, because Broja's going, and I think that Jackson is better as a winger. I really do. I really do feel that. So, maybe that's another bit of competition for Mudryk, if Jackson takes that role. So, yeah, I wouldn't be rushing him out. Look, let's go back to the Leao point. I really like Rafael Leao, and if it was before this season, I would have been going absolutely crazy for him. I just feel he's had a pretty down season. He hasn't done that much. So, all of the rumours and all of the money and everything that I'm seeing, by the way, is like that we're not in for him anymore. So, I don't think we're gonna be bringing him in. So, yeah, in terms of Mykhailo Mudryk, don't offload him, don't loan him out. Keep him in and around the squad. Try and play him as much as you physically can. I think that will be beneficial for Chelsea Football Club. Simple as that. Sterling. There's a bit of arguments about Sterling in the chat. So should we talk about Sterling for a second then? So, pros and cons of Sterling. Sterling, very experienced player, has got a Premier League record, is doing it in terms of some of his stats. He's up there in terms of goal contributions for Chelsea Football Club. Is he second or third at the moment? He's up there. He can beat a man. He can take decent finishes. He'll slot more than he misses. I do think when he gets into the final third, he usually is pretty good, especially compared to some of the younger players. Cons, very bad at tracking back. Isn't the most astute at pressing. Does slow the game down at times. Doesn't care as much as some of the other players. So, yeah, I'm a bit conflicted with Raheem. I do think... I do think that that he's one of those players that we've just got to deal with for the time being. I don't think that Raheem Sterling will be here long term. I don't think he'll be at the club in the next 2 years. That's my prediction. So yeah. Sterling has been one of the few players that has been quality and can win us games, but he is inconsistent. So that's the thing, like, inconsistency is another con, I suppose, isn't it? It's like one game he'll rock up, play Burnley, score, an unbelievable amount of goals, look like a world-class player. And then the next game when we actually play a good team, he'll just go missing. And, like, for me, that's the thing that worries me the most. But I'm sort of like, when I'm picking my team selections at the moment, I'm sort of looking at Raheem and I'm sort of going, yeah, he kind of should start, shouldn't he? Like, Raheem kind of should be in our best 11 right now. So, yeah, it's a tough one. And do you know what? Like, I understand where you're coming from on the chat, because, like, he's a divisive player, and I've really struggled with him, and I've been quite negative about him. But I do think he gets in our best starting 11 at the moment, which is mad to say, isn't it? I just don't think he'll be in there long term. A2L, think you should go in for Alphonso Davies, from Bayern. I don't think Chile will ever be fully fit. So, big question mark. Alphonso, very good player, wants 250 grand minimum. Do we want to pay that for a left back of his quality? Maybe. But it's going to cost a lot of money to get him out. It's going to cost a lot of money in wages. Are the owners going to go for that? I don't think they're going to go for it. So, yeah. I think that's going to be a tough deal to do. I could just see them going for like a really cheap, option. Almost like a Gusto on the left. I think that's what we're going to end up doing. So, yeah, I think that's where we're going. And then, yeah, Chile. Is Chile ever going to be 100% fit? I don't think he is going to be 100% fit ever. And that's one of the things now I'm really looking at it and I'm going, like, people going, sell Cucurella. Selling Cucurella would be mad right now. I'm not saying that Cucurella should be the out-and-out out-and-out left back, but he's probably going to be one of the more fit left backs. And obviously that's, hilarious to say because he's currently injured, but it's an impact injury. I don't think you can blame him for that. But I think selling him would be mad. I do kind of like the option of bringing in a young, maybe like level below Gusto in terms of age, and having all three of them compete. I'd like to see that because you know that Chilwell is going to have inconsistencies with injuries, and you know that Cucurella won't necessarily be there long term, and so getting a young option, almost like a Tino Livramento of a left back, would be the way that I would go. And yeah, I think that's what I would do for the left backs. I do think they'll end up getting a left back in. I really do. I feel that Mudryk has been more consistent this season, says Lennon. Majority of the time he'll give a 7 out of 10, but he never really gives more than that. Yeah, fair enough. I think that's a decent shout. I think the problem is he had a very poor performance against Borough, so everyone's getting on their back. But I do think overall Mudryk has had a fairly decent season so far. Chelsea would buy Barco for 100 million from Brighton in a year or two anyway. literally, we will spend that money. I could see that now. I don't know why we haven't gone for him at the moment. It just shows you. I suppose Barco's perspective is that he's blocked from the left back area because he's got 3 players in Colwell as well in front of him. So yeah. Is Maatsen going to come back? No. Maatsen isn't ever going to play for Chelsea again. I honestly can't see a world in which he plays for Chelsea again. Because if he carries on playing the way that he's playing, they're going to play the release clause, £35 million or 35 million euros, and it'll be done. So I don't think he'll ever play for Chelsea again. I really don't. Which is a shame because he's a quality player. I'll tell you what, shows that we've got a big summer ahead of us. Like sales, we're going to sell a lot of players. And we should be buying 3 or 4 max. If you think about it, if you want like real quality, you can buy all the young players in the world. But I'm also a bit bored of this sort of like wonder kid hogging that we're doing when there's no real path to them being in the first team. It's not a good look, is it really? If we're just getting all these players, playing them in the under 21s dev squad, and then they never actually play for Chelsea, like, no, are we ever going to get our money back? So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I don't think that Chile is going to be around long because he keeps getting injured. Why would he want to play for Chelsea again anyway? Oh yeah, so Jack, you're talking about Maatsen. Yeah, I don't think he would want to play. Do you know what the point you're saying around Poch treating him well? I think Poch actually really liked him, but I think that he knew that the club's position was that he was going to sell him, and also I don't think Poch liked the profile of him being quite a small left back. Bearing in mind that we're quite a small team from set pieces, basically. But you can see what Maatsen's doing in the Bundesliga. He's absolutely tearing it up. So Quasi, thank you so much for the super chat. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And Tom, you've also asked as well about the midfield situation. So to answer your question, Quasi, I think that what would I do? I would try and keep Gallagher until the end of the season minimum, and I might offer him a new contract. If he wasn't realistic and fair with the terms of that contract in terms of the money, and he was asking for an exorbitant amount of money, I would sell him in the summer. If we obviously keep on Caicedo and Enzo, they obviously are going to be the heart of our midfield for a very long time. I think Carney, obviously you want in and around there. I look at Carney more as a 10, and I'm talking more about like pure and out midfielders at the moment, more like pivot players. I think Caste is also probably more of a 10. Santos, I would like to see him stay at Chelsea now. Like, I'd like to see him in and around the team. I do think he'll probably go out on loan. And then you've got Ugachukwu, who again looked decent. Like, so basically the long and short of it is I probably wouldn't do too many like sales or acquisitions unless you can get a really good option of like a Paulinho at Fulham, get him on a good deal, or someone else becomes available at that sort of quality. I don't think we need any more options really. So yeah. Maatsen is smaller than Cucurella. Yeah, he is. All right, Daniel, welcome to the stream. I think we've seen a couple of good games from Enzo, and I think he can replace Gallagher. Both are good. They're both good, but they both deserve a place in the starting lineup. Yeah, I've forgotten about Lavia. How can you forget about Lavia? Do you know what? Lavia for me is one of those players because he's not been around the first team. You just forget about him. But yeah, and then all the wonder kids like right. Let's think about it now. So Lavia, Ugachukwu, Caicedo, Enzo, Gallagher, Casadei, Santos. We definitely shouldn't be signing anyone with that. So then you got to think who should be going out on loan. That's obviously not even including Carney because I feel Carney is like a number 10. Include Carney in that as well. I do think you've got to loan a couple of them. Maybe one. So maybe it'll be Santos. Santos feels like he's the lowest down in that at the moment. So yeah, I think Santos is probably the one. Lavia for me is going to be such a quality player for us. And I like his profile in that he's a pivot player, like an out-and-out pivot player. And I feel that that's kind of the area that we need strength and depth in, because it's a high work rate area, lot of movement up and down the pitch. And so, yeah, I'd probably say that. And I think we've got the boys coming out now. Let's just see. Let's load this up. So we're just seeing the boys come out here. Oh God, I've just missed it. We've completely started already. Hilarious. We're 1 minute in. Sorry guys, my stream was buffering. And I was chatting to you, and we've just got completely distracted, haven't we? So I've set the timer back up. Is the time working? Yes, the timer's working. Thank you to all 150 of you for watching, by the way. We've got a Chelsea free kick. Hilariously, my stream was buffering, so I didn't see that we'd kicked off. But yeah, thank you all 150 of you for watching. I really appreciate it. Free kick is coming in there. It's gone short. Gallagher's got it. And we're now trying to mess around with it on the edge of the area, sort of like quite far out. And Cole Palmer's had to whip it back in, and we were all offside. So if they give this offside, it'll be very obvious. Sterling has got it, and it seems like it is an offside. So we're playing on. Enzo's just done a lovely reverse ball. Gallagher's got it in. Palmer's just taken a shot, and it's gone wide. So close, so close. Gerhardt with the super chat. Thank you so much for the super chat. I think that's your first ever one. Thank you so much for joining the channel. Thank you so much for your chat. Keep up the good work. Definitely my favourite channel. Hoping you'll do a live stream for the Liverpool game. Do you know what? Thank you for saying that, because I'm glad you mentioned it. I will be doing a live stream, but on the Kickoff channel. So myself and Joey and Jacob, and I think it might be KG, will be on that live stream on the Kickoff. So make sure you subscribe to that channel. Make sure you tune in there, because we will be going absolutely mad for that. And I think we're also going to stream the, speaking of another Liverpool game, we're going to be streaming on there for the Carabao Cup final. I'm not going to go. I'm going to watch the game with the lads, with Brian and the lads there. So yeah, we'll be watching that game. Already nervous for that one, to be honest, mate. And but I'm excited to watch it with the lads. Really excited. Be good to get a Liverpool fan. I'm searching for Liverpool fans at the moment, because it's difficult to find a London-based Liverpool fan, to be honest with you, because they'd be good to have on the show. But yeah, that'll be a really big one, and obviously watching it with the lads is always brilliant. So yeah, make sure if you're not already subscribed to the Kickoff, I'm sure you are, because it's the best football show on the internet, to be honest. But yeah, God, thank you so much for that super chat. Really, really appreciate it. But yeah, make sure you get on the chat on the Kickoff as well, and say that you're from that you watch this channel, and I'll try and give you a shout out on that stream as well. It's always difficult to do shout outs on that stream because we're all chatting away, but I'll try my best to. A2L, what do we think? Do you think we'll get Osman? Yes, I do now. All of the rumours are that it's positive and that we will potentially get him. So he's making moves. He's saying he wants to be, in the Premier League. He's a Chelsea fan at heart. Didier Drogba saying that he should come to Chelsea. You got John Obi Mikel saying, make sure you join us. You've heard other sort of like commentators saying, think of all the amazing Nigerian connections at Stamford Bridge. Celestine Babiaro, Emanalo was also Nigerian, wasn't he? So yeah, we've had a big Nigerian contingent at Stamford Bridge, and hopefully Osman can be part of that. Justin, you've dropped in for a like. Thank you so much. And you don't like to listen to streams, but well, thank you for coming in. If you ever do want to listen in, and feel free to join us. We've got 138 people in here right now watching the game with me, so it's been absolutely brilliant. We've had a good load of chat, haven't we, as well, lads? We've had lads and ladies. We've had some really, really good ones here tonight. It's been fun. I've really enjoyed it so far. Hopefully we'll get to do a few more of these. I'll try and do a few more of these on the channel when we can. When we're not streaming on other channels or doing other things, I'll try my best to do it. We're pressing really hard, Chelsea here. Villa are definitely playing it out from the back, and they're doing it very dangerously, I have to say. yeah, Mikel openly tried to recruit him, and Drogba did as well. I know, mad, isn't it? Fair enough, Justin. Fair enough. Thank you for popping in. Really appreciate it. All right, Chris, thank you for coming in as well. So yeah, Wednesday night, that'll be a good live stream. Not too far away as well. It's good that we've got a bit more football coming up recently. Obviously, with the lack of Champions League, it's been quite difficult, hasn't it? Because it's like no midweek football. Chelsea fixtures feel a bit more far apart. But with the competitions that we're in at the moment, it feels like we're getting a bit more football to watch, which is always good, isn't it? So just checking everything was working. Here we go. Not enough people are talking about Petrovic. I totally agree. I'm really worried, mate, that we go back to Sanchez. I really am worried that Pochettino is going to do that, which just it doesn't make any sense, does it? So I just really like Petrovic. He's very calm on the ball. He's a very good shot stopper as well. And like you guys were saying earlier on, coming over from MLS, big up to everyone watching in the States. Come over from America and has looked about as home as you possibly can in these games. So I hope he can get a clean sheet tonight. I wouldn't be that happy with a draw because it would mean that we've got another game to play in a replay. But that's more streams. So, fuck it. Let's go for a draw. Yeah, I love him. And yeah, do you know what? That's a good point in the chat, actually. Overall, games are more interesting and more exciting to watch at the moment with the way we're going. Nani's got the ball. He's swirled inside. And the referee has given a free kick about 5 minutes after the moment actually happened. Apparently, it was an elbow in the face. I just think that's a load of rubbish. Absolute load of rubbish. Weird one. Really weird one here. So Madueke gets it. He spins his man. Moreno gets the slightest of touches in the face. And then Nani's obviously sort of like questioning whether he should play on or not. But then he does play on and has a really rubbish shot, actually. Very weak shot. Well, actually, that's harsh. It wasn't weak. It was wide. Quasi with another super chat. You don't have to keep doing this, mate. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you. I don't get formation we're going to play when Nkunku's fit with Connor, Enzo, Caicedo, Osimhen, Lavia, one of the kids. Agreed. Yeah. Do you know what? This is the thing. And I'm really glad you mentioned this, Quasi. And the super chat is really appreciated. So thank you. But it brings me on to a point. I'm going to make a video about this. I've already sort of prepped it ready to go. I've got my team. So I won't reveal it now. But I've got my best starting 11, including potential summer signings, which I don't think there will be many. And I'm going to film that soon, and I'll release that because I think that's it's a controversial video, isn't it? Because there are so many players in this squad that they'll be missing out. Like, Lavia. Does Lavia get in our best team at the moment? Probably not. But what a player he is, or he should be. So I'm really excited for that one. I think that's going to be a really interesting video. I'm already sort of like minds whirring about what we do. Villa are in here. They get to the byline, cross it in. We've headed out, which is brilliant. So yeah, I think that should be brilliant. Quasi, thank you so much again for that super chat. Really appreciate it. But yeah, you don't have to do any more. I'll read your comments out regardless. But thank you. Cheers. God, the last 10 minutes have flown by as well. We're at 55 minutes now. To be still in this game against a team as quality as Villa is good. Actually, sorry, mate. I missed that one on Wilson. I was watching it. I was watching the game there. Wilson for £18 million. Conversation. Let's go. Wilson. Sorry, I'm just watching here. Sterling is through here. He's got the ball. Does he cut it back? He can't cut it back now because Sterling sort of tried to dribble around his man there. He probably held on to it for a little bit too long. But he should have probably passed. But the options were so blocked off there. Villa are very, very good at stopping the cutbacks. Really good at stopping the cutbacks. They've done very well there, and now we're offside. Seems like Nani has got an injury here. Or, oh no, it's a boot. He's lost the sole of his boot. We thought he was calling for a sub, but he's lost his boot. Well, lost the soul of it. That Caicedo Turner pass exactly what we need for the middle. Yeah, agreed. Sorry, we were talking about Wilson. So the rumours are that Wilson is on the market and that we could potentially get him for £18 million. Do we want him? So what do we need from this player that comes in? We need experience. We need proven goals. We need probably players that are going to stay fit. And then we also need players that are happy to be rotated because there is going to be rotation because we've got a lot of games. Benzema probably is one that is probably the exception because he probably wants to start every single game. So I like him. I like Wilson a lot, and I completely understand why his name's being brought up because it's sort of like Newcastle need to sell him. Well, sell someone because they need the FFP. And he's probably one of their assets they'd be more happy to offload because Isak's so good and they could probably get someone in. But I just can't see him going in January, to be honest with you. I just can't see it. And I just think the injury record does concern me, especially with, how Chelsea go with injuries. So I think it's one of those ones that sounds good on paper. I just don't know how feasible it is. And two, whether he would be a good long-term move for us, especially if it isn't a loan, which it won't be a loan. Like, why would they offload him as a loan? Like, it would just be mad. So if I'm always trying to think of the long-term choices here, and I just think he would be a blocker to signing someone else. So I think that would be a shame. So I can understand why there are rumours there. I just don't think the deal happens. Whether I want it or not is another matter because I think he would be good. But I'd probably go and try and break the bank for Benzema if we could. Sterling to Saudi at the end of the season, I'd do it. If we could get a bid in, I'd do it. Noni's looked very good today, I have to say. I don't know if Sterling would want to go. If he wanted to get the money and to make that move in his career, then I'd be okay with it. I'd reinvest that cash and buy some more Wonder Kids because that's what the Bailey boys are going to do. The American board members, they're going to want to buy some more Wonder Kids, and maybe Angelo would come in and make an immediate impact. I don't think he would be good as Raheem though, would he? I know he's inconsistent, but he is good. Noni is just... Do you know what? I feel like this has been one of Noni's better games, to be honest with you. Connor's just done a chop through, and again, another cross that just doesn't connect. And then Palmer, again, tries to get the ball in. It's blocked, and it goes out for a throw. Ashley, thank you so much for your comment, mate. Really, really appreciate it. You're a legend, and I really appreciate your support on the channel as well. And thank you to all of you. I've been feeling the love recently, and it's not gone unnoticed at all. And I know I haven't been producing that much content, but it's just purely been because I'm all over the place in terms of all the videos and featuring in other people's channels and that sort of thing. And big up Joey's channel, big up the Kickoff, big up Chelsea Fan TV. I've been producing content on all of those guys, so make sure you tune in and watch me on those channels when I'm there. But hopefully I'm trying to do a few more in here as well for you guys, because feeling the love, feeling very supported, and really appreciate it. I think watching Chelsea on YouTube was kind of a dream for me, and to share with all you guys is absolutely immense. So thank you so much for subscribing, and we've got so many subscribers even from this stream. So really appreciate all of you guys that have been here for a while, and all the new ones as well. So thank you so much. We've got a corner here. Raheem's won another corner. So we'll wait for this one to be whipped in. Nearly 60 minutes gone now. We are still all over them. Let's have a look at the stats. I've got the stats up behind the stream here. 64% possession, 8 shots, 4 on target, 6 corner kicks. It's we've had a lot of mobility there. Gilchrist just sort of gets a header in, and it was blocked, and so now they're breaking. And guess who's the last man back? Gilchrist. So wait a second. He's just got a header in the box and he's run all the way back and broken up play. What a legend. Do you know what? Like, he's what we saying? 20-year-old guy, and into the first team, youth team captain, and he could easily look out of place. He just doesn't, does he? He just doesn't. And yeah, smash that like button. If you're here and you aren't a subscriber, go for it now. I'd really, really appreciate it. We've got nearly 5,000 odd people now on the channel, which is mad. 5,700. Mental. So we gone up a lot of subscribers today. Thank you so much to everyone that's watching. Roll on 10k, hey? It will be 10k soon. Hopefully, we just got to keep uploading, and then yeah, we'll be going for it. Yeah, get me to 10k. Well, I'd love that. We've got a lot of people subscribing, so thank you to everyone that has subscribed from this stream. We need to convert these chances, don't we? I feel that now we're getting in the timeline of the realm of a sub. I feel like Carney might be the one. Chilwell, it's almost like they knew that we were talking about that then, because Chilwell was stripped off. It looks like he's coming on. Seems like that will probably be Gilchrist, which is again just harsh on him. So maybe Badiashile goes in. How is that not a foul against Noni? I don't know. He was basically wrestled to the floor. But it's so good to see Chilwell here. It will be very interesting to see who comes off, because Badiashile hasn't had that much football either, has he? And he's on the left-hand side at the moment, and Gilchrist is playing well. I do feel it will be Gilchrist, so we'll see. The ball's gone out of play, so let's... We're just watching this foul on Madueke as well. He's basically wrestled to the floor. Obvious foul, and they haven't given it. I'd like to see Carney come on next as well. I feel that's like the obvious one. But to be honest with you, like, come on, like, we should be seeing Broja as well, shouldn't we? Gerhardt, if you're still watching, this is for you. Never ending Pepsi Max. Oh, he's here. Gerhardt, this is for you. Cheers. Still going on it. You can't down those things. I'd be chatting loads of shit if I was. Madueke again off the right hand side. You gotta love an inverted winger. Poch certainly does. Yeah, Carney. I really like Carney as well. And the info about him having to recover and basically learn how to run again is mad when you think about it. And do you know what? When we signed him, I didn't know how good he was going to be. I didn't know whether he was going to be an impact player to be in the first team. Didn't know if he was going to be that level. And he certainly proved himself. I mean, that game against West Ham, he tore it up, and then he got that awful injury. So, yeah, it was gutting one. So good to see him back in the squad. And I don't know if he ends up playing, 40, 50 games a season for Chelsea, not in the immediate term, but I think he could do in the future. I feel like it's almost like, do you take Gallagher off now and bring on Carney? Like, that to me seems like it's the one. Like, you could argue that Caicedo, but Caicedo is so good at what he does. I don't feel like, I don't think we should do it. What if the game is a draw after 90 minutes? I believe it goes to a replay. A lovely FA Cup replay, a famous replay, which wouldn't be good for us because then we have to go to Villa Park and it would be a tough game. So what was the other one? So what are your plans for the channel? I suppose my plans for the channel are to just keep making videos, to keep talking about Chelsea, try and keep up the match reviews where we can, try and keep consistent. Yeah. Try and do a few more of these live streams. Love doing them, especially when, you guys are in here in the chat and we can have a conversation. Like, I really do enjoy these. Had a bit of a mare recently because my camera was freezing when I was trying to do them. And we're just seeing the substitution now. It is Chilwell for Gilchrist. We thought it was going to be Gilchrist. So, what's going to happen now? The obvious one is Disasi now goes out to the right. Badiashile plays at left centre-back, and then Chilwell goes at left-back. Gets the captain's armband straight away. I think he's going to be so good for us in this game. I think that actually might be a bit of a game changer. He's up against, Matty Cash on that left-hand side. I feel like he could do it. So yeah. Oh, Milo's back. Milo, welcome back. Smoke break number 2, mate. Let's get as many as you can in before the final whistle. Do you know what I mean? Like if you can do a few in the next half an hour, that would be fantastic. Chile is a sexy boy. You can't deny it. Can't deny it. Bit harsh on Alfie, wasn't it? Bit harsh on him to get hooked off there. Thought he carried himself very, very well. Very, very well. Oh no, Stephen. Sorry, I'm just reading Stephen's comment here. Hate to be a negative Nancy, but you watch when Chile clashes with Martinez and gets injured. Don't say that. Please, don't you dare jinx. I'm actually annoyed at myself that I've read that out. Yeah, here we go. So Villa got a free kick now. They're on the edge of the centre circle, and they're playing it about. We're deep, but we're deep because they were just taking a free kick in that area, and they were going to lump the ball forward, but ended up passing it short. I think just at the moment, right, without Broja, I don't know how we're going to score here, because I just don't feel that I don't feel that we have like an out ball or a man that can hold the ball up well enough. And there's a head injury here for Villa by the looks of it. Is that Matty Cash? Oh, by the way, Matty Cash bodied in the first 30 seconds from Chilwell. Classic. Yeah. So I just think Broja is the one now. Broja for me is the next sub. I'd go Broja, Carney. Oh, just Chilwell just hit the ball in his face, and now he's lying around. Come on, mate. We've all taken a few harder than that. Jeez. So yeah, Broja, Carney, Mudryk, I think would be my order of things. And I'd kind of get Broja on now. I'd do Broja for Galdog potentially. I can see him doing Broja for Madueke, you know. That's what I think we're going to do. We are selling Broja towards the Palace. Oh my God. Guys and girls. Cole Palmer's just had another opportunity. We've just had the ball. Comes Cole Palmer. Free in the box. He could have volleyed it. Top bins. And he's fluffed it. Not good. Not good. That is if that's not Broja getting warmed up and stripped off, I don't know what is, because like I know that Broja is leaving the football club, and I know that there'll be some politics in playing him or not, but like we need someone to bag the goals in, and like Cole Palmer, he just seems to be like, he seems to clam up in those sort of like number 9 areas in a way that he doesn't do anywhere else on the pitch. So maybe giving him a little moment off would be the way to go. Mad. We've missed so many chances in this game. We've had so many opportunities to score. It's one of those games you could just see now them scoring in the last minute and just us looking stupid. I'm just watching this back. Awful pass from Martinez. Cole Palmer again in the right area to control it. It hits his back, right? He's turning round. He's watching the ball as it comes onto him. He slots it to the left foot, and he just sort of like, he tries to side foot it. And he probably should have just tried to lace that there. I mean, it's easier said than done, but like, he misplaced it. And for a player as technically astute as he is, and a guy that's looked so solid for us, he's definitely not looked good today. We're making them make mistakes here. We really are. But again, we're on transition moment here. Oh God, they're in here. Watkins on the left wing. Desassi's put in a brilliant block. He had 2 men there to mark. And yeah, he's Desassi. A lot of people said that he was looking done at Chelsea. A lot of people say that he wasn't good enough. I think in the last few performances he's put in, he's looked very solid. Very, very solid. But yeah, going back to the chances missed, like it's just a bit of a story of our season at the moment, isn't it, really? We've had 7 corners to their 2 as well. Like, It's been dominant. 11 shots there, 7, 5 to their 3 on target. So it's fairly, both teams are having chances, but I feel like we've had a few more gilt-edged chances here. As Villa whip in a corner, obvious handball from Tielemans that wasn't given. And now McGinn has got the ball and he's whipped it in. And they're still around. Thiago Silva with a very, very good header. So yeah, I'm trying to do my best with the commentary for people because I know a lot of people can't watch. Thiago Silva had a fantastic header there. You got your game synced up, brilliant, Z. Good. I think I've got the right time. Yeah, I've got the perfect time actually. It's not easy to get the time up here. But yeah, we should be winning this game. I don't know why Broja isn't on the pitch right now. I feel that that's the obvious one to do. I'm trying to look on the bench in the technical area, and I can't see any movement, which is mental. I feel that there should be some movement pretty quickly. To be fair, I have to say you have to give some credit to those defenders because like Badiashile hasn't played a lot of football. Disasi's a new signing, playing a position now that is alien to him. And they've looked all right. We haven't... I know this is a bit of a commentator's curse, but we haven't looked as wildly open as we have done in some matches recently. So that's positive. Who do we have in the midfield for subs? I mean, Carney would be the obvious one, I would say. Yeah. No, Santos is still with Brazil, I think. So we don't have Santos. Casadei is cup tied, I believe. So Casadei isn't on the bench. Yeah, I think you're right, A2L. I think if we don't see Broja play in this game, he'll be gone. Because why wouldn't you play him? Like, why wouldn't you see him? McGinn's just sort of sauntering through the middle of midfield here. This is crying out now for some subs, isn't it? It's just feeling like we're a bit knackered. Oh my God, Badiashile's just lost it. Badiashile has just lost it from an absolute easy opportunity and is forced to save from Petrovic. Like, Badiashile's had a couple of those recently, hasn't he? Where he's just sort of tripped over his own feet and he is a bit lanky sometimes. So yeah, a bit of a shame, that one. Oh, God, right. Sorry, I'm being quiet because Villa have had some opportunities there. Villa are so much worse than us, I agree. And this is the thing, like, I just feel that it could be one of those games where we just do lose it now because we haven't converted the chances. And we've had so many games like this season and last where we had opportunities to win games. We haven't done it because we haven't converted our chances. And this could be one of those. But I think this is one of my biggest criticisms actually of Pochettino in general, is the lack of subs quickly. And Villa are in here. Cash has got all he's got to do is square it, and he hasn't. But he's shot. But an unbelievable save from Petrovic. Unbelievable moment from him. Matty Cash cut in. Petrovic is obviously the number one now. He's obviously the number one. I do just want. I think this is a moment now where we've got to question Pochettino slightly, not generally, but just in terms of this game. Unbelievable save from Petrovic. That is such a good save. It's such a mad save. We got to question how quickly Pochettino moves things. It's not good enough. Like, we do need quicker substitutions. I see Carney now warming up. He's looking at the bench. Hopefully he'll be coming on soon. As Villa whip the ball in and it's gone for another goal kick. So yeah, it's just you have to say that it's just not been good enough in terms of the pace of their subs. And Pochettino sees things in training that we wouldn't do. So he'll know whether certain players should be on or not. I can understand totally if he doesn't want to bring on Mudryk after the last performance because he wasn't listening to him. So I understand that one. Carney, I don't understand him not being on the pitch now. And then Broja is the only reason that he's going. So look, let's say this. Let's make a prediction. If Broja doesn't come on now, he'll be gone. He'll be gone by the end of January. In fact, the deal might be being negotiated right now. As Villa again attack on the right-hand side, They've crossed it into the box. Very flat cross that Thiago Silva blocks and goes out for a Villa corner. I'm just reading some of your chats. So again, Villa now in the ascendancy here. Villa look like they're probably the ones more likely to score in the most recent 10 minutes of the game. We do need to score earlier. Umar, we really do. So we're waiting for the Villa corner to come in here. Whip ball comes in, goes out for a goal kick. So we've got Castledine warming up. We've got a few players warming up. I saw Carney warming up there. Here's the sub. Done. Mudryk and Broja are coming on. This is very good. You can see how much the crowd are loving it because the camera is shaking. So the first sub is Mudryk for Madueke. And the second sub is Sterling. So Sterling's coming off. So Cole Palmer remains on, which is great. Gallagher stays on, which is an interesting one. So what's that going to be now? Mudryk on the left, Broja in the middle, Palmer on the right, Gallagher still up as the number 10. I think that's a decent sub. I mean, both of those guys were all right actually today, but looked knackered. So I can understand why they've done it. Sterling looks like he's a little bit annoyed, but I mean, put the ball in the back of the net, son. Brilliant subs. We love to see that. And that's a good move, isn't it? That's a really good move. I'm chuffed with that. So hopefully now we'll get some attacking impetus. Hopefully we'll get some movement around Broja. Hopefully he'll hold up the ball because he hasn't been very good at doing that recently. But he wins the first header, which is brilliant. Gallagher looks like he was in there. But Villa have got the ball. I agree that the sub should have been earlier, but up until the last 10 minutes, we were looking all right. And so I can relatively understand where he's coming from, Poch, but yeah, it would have been good to have some more attacking movement. Mudryk is on. Thank God. Let's hope that my boy does the business for Chelsea because I've been getting loads of banter from the kickoff lads about Mudryk, especially after that performance the other day. Milo, good to see you, mate. Thank you. We'll come back for your third cigarette break, and we might have won the game at that point. Interesting that Carney didn't come on there, wasn't it? And we've won a goal kick. We need to get the ball up to Bray. We need him to hold it up. But yeah, interesting one, isn't it? I have to say, I thought a draw. I thought a draw today. I really did think that was how we were going to end it. Carney for Caicedo. I think it's going to be Carney for Gallagher. Or Carney for Enzo, maybe, actually. Do you know what? I'm going to say Enzo. Because he'll want energy. And I feel that Caicedo and Gallagher have more energy than... God. Ball comes in, switch ball, goes towards Mudryk, and they get... it gets cut up by Cash, who's definitely got a cramp problem. Surely Cash will be coming off here. Yeah. I know you wanted to... do you know what? A lot of people were optimistic. In fact, I don't think we had any other predictions for draw in the entire chat. But I just... Or maybe one. But I thought, Villa are a good team. Like, draw is a relatively decent result. But going over to their place, they're probably going to win. So... It'd be good. I mean, a last-minute goal here would be mad, wouldn't it? Like, can you imagine Stamford Bridge if a last-minute goal goes in? It will be absolutely mental. And in fact, I've got so many mates, so many friends that are there in the bridge tonight, and I know they're going to be going absolutely crazy if we get a last-minute goal in. I have to say. So we're playing it around here. We've got the ball here. Gallagher holds onto it a little bit too far, but he's got the ball to Palmer on the right-hand side. Palmer's got acres of space here. You know what he's going to do. He wants to cut in on his left. He gets the ball to Gallagher, who gets brought down in the area from behind. The boy looked like he won the ball, But I mean, that's a dangerous tackle to do in the area. I'm sure VAR will look at that. I don't think there was too much to it if I'm taking my rose-tinted glasses off. But definitely there. What game will you be streaming next for? I'll need to look at the fixtures, to be fair, mate. Let me have a look at the fixtures. Villa have still got it here. Let me look at the fixtures matches coming up. Potentially the Palace game on the 12th of February, I think will probably be my next potential live stream. So yeah, I think we'll do that. Yeah, Uma, sorry mate. Yeah, I think Joey and I getting on a stream would be absolutely amazing. I'd love to do that. And Joey and I will do that soon. We definitely will. Obviously after the fight he wanted to have a bit of time off, and he deserved that time off. What a fight, by the way. Can we just give Joey a little moment? And what an absolute legend that was. So we couldn't do today, but yeah, soon we will. We'll get on a stream. It'll be really good. Be good to sit together and watch the game. It won't be here, but it will be in a live stream studio, ready to go. Podcast rooms probably. Couple of you guys are saying about Liverpool away. We're going to be streaming on the kickoff for Liverpool away, so make sure you subscribe to that channel. I'll be watching the game there. They're bringing on Zaniolo, who's a very good player, rate quite highly, and they're bringing on Diego Carlos, who I thought was injured, but he was on the bench, so that's interesting. They're bringing cash off. So a orthodox centre-back coming on as a right-back. It makes sense for them to do that. It'd be more difficult to sort of break down that side now. It looks like Konza is going out to the right-hand side with Carlos going into the middle, so yeah. You must, yeah. Harsh. The boys of the kickoff are great, and hopefully they'll convince you in time that they're worth watching. I hope you think that. Wow, Martinez has been very far out of his goal there. Gallagher nearly nicked it, and Martinez nearly gave a free kick away there, and maybe a red card actually. So yeah. You got to, mate. Craig the Tottenham fan's great. Honestly, I really like him as a bloke. He's such a nice guy as well. Like off camera, so nice. So stick with the kickoff. Like we've got such a good group there now, and very good lads, and like the banter's building all the time. And I know us Chelsea fans just want to have the Chelsea perspective, but it's good to hear from other fan bases. I always love doing the kickoffs. So yeah, tune in there. So Stefan, we talked about the Callum rumours. I think he would slot in nicely, but I just don't see the deal happening, was the long and short of what we discussed. So this was the pass back. I'm just watching this back. So the ball gets passed back. It's a very weird pass from Kamara. And Gallagher tries to sort of take it across the goalkeeper when he should have probably gone like with the movement of the momentum of the ball. But again, like Martinez has been immense. And Martinez is such a good goalkeeper. Could have definitely done with him. But now he got Petrovic, so who cares? So yeah, we've got a free kick now from Villa on the right-hand side. Douglas Luiz has been immense this season, and arguably could be on for a big move elsewhere. Don't know. They tried a routine there where the guys come in from an offside position and come back, and it hasn't quite worked, although they have got a corner. So we'll see a corner come in. I have to say, can you remember the last game that Chelsea had where it was like a 0-0 like this? I can't remember a game recently doing it. So yeah, looking at the fixtures now, probably Palace, the next one on the 12th of Feb. Liverpool will be the kickoff. I'm going to the Wolves game at home, so I won't be streaming that. And then we've got City away, so maybe City away as well. Might be doing a kickoff for that one as well. So hold up on that one. You and Joey should do some combined 11s. Lennon, what do you mean? As in combine 11s with other football clubs? We did enjoy doing that. We did some good ones for. We did Spurs. We did City. Yeah, those were good ones. got a lot of banter. We got a lot of hatred about that because obviously we put all the Chelsea boys in there. And the ball gets whipped in now. Corner comes in. Oh my days! Well, that was a half volley from Konza on the edge of the area, and it could have gone anywhere. It could have gone anywhere. Yeah. Do you know what? Like, oh yeah, there you go. Last time we played 0-0 with Bournemouth away. That feels like a lifetime ago. That does. We were a very different team against Bournemouth away. That was a poor shot from Konza actually in the end. Do some all-time 11s. Yeah. Do you know what's funny is we get a lot of shit about doing like Premier League content on the channel. People just want to hear us talking about Chelsea. So on Joey's channel, I mean. So yeah. Stefan, all good, mate. Thank you for logging in. Thank you for joining us. Always good to see you on the streams, mate. Really appreciate it. If Broja goes, we're going to have to get a signing in. I do think it would probably just be a loan signing. I mean, the Benzema rumours aren't going away, are they? So maybe it is Benzema. I mean, they were talking about Duran, this guy, but for Villa, this 20-year-old guy for Villa, but it seems like he's injured. Yeah, that wasn't a foul there. They were arguing for a foul. Yeah, we when we're on the channel, when we're on Joey's channel, I feel like we just want to talk about Chelsea because we're on the Kickoff channel talking about the Premier League more generally. So yeah, I feel like when we're together there, we've got so much to talk about with Chelsea. Like you wouldn't believe it. Like we record for a long time, you know. So oh my, wow. So the ball just gets whipped in from the right hand side. It goes towards Thiago Silva. He tries to flick it away and doesn't really get much of it. And it could have easily been an own goal there. Let's just watch this. Did it get a touch from the other player, from a Villa player? I feel like it did get a touch from McGinn. Let's watch it. I feel that goes off McGinn last. We'll see what it's given. I feel like it is a goal kick. Do you know what's funny, Umar? Like, I like your idea of a fan meetup, and I've been thinking about potentially doing a meetup match, football match. So I'm gonna put that out. I'm gonna put that out on Instagram soon to do like a sporty meetup, and then like just a drinks meetup. So stay tuned for that. We'll get something going with Joey. We're in here, so Broja. Oh, so let's explain what just happened there. The ball gets lumped over. Let's have a look at who it was. Was it Thiago Silva? Thiago Silva does an unbelievable pass through. Broja picks up the ball on the edge area and just keeps it in between his feet. And this is the thing. This is the thing with Broja. It's like, and Enzo's coming off here. I called it. I said that Enzo would be the one out of the three. Mystic Meg here. Mystic Meg. Come on. Mystic Josh. Yeah, I just feel that Broja is one of those ones at the moment where he's not doing the stuff he just needs to do, like basic stuff. Just hold on to the ball. Just do it. Carney on the pitch. So good to see him. And Broja, it does feel like he's gone, doesn't it? Like, I know it's easy to say, but it does just feel like it's over. But yeah, very good to see Carney play him. Not enough time for him, though. Not enough time. 2 minutes to make an impact, plus added time. I feel like we're going to have like a maximum of like 5 minutes max. Oh, unbelievable ball. Oh, so Cole Palmer's just slotted it through. Martinez has got it. And he's tried to clear it. What's gone on here? Throw in. Wow. Martinez has just been everywhere. For me, come on. I think if we're saying man of the match, I think we got to say Martinez as man of the match here, surely. He's looked very cool there. The ball went through. I think it was Palmer that did the pass. And it went towards Broja. Broja moves out of the way. And then, yeah, like, we just don't slot it. I haven't even seen Mudryk. I haven't even seen him play. Has he touched the ball? I don't think he's touched the ball. But yeah, Martinez for me has been man of the match. If we're doing the Gary Neville man of the match, I would give it to Martinez right now. I think he's done more than what Gallagher has done for us, in terms of keeping them in the game. And they're bringing on Bailey, who we were in for, arguably. So yeah, Stephen, knowing how prolific our players go on to be, I hope that Chelsea sell Bray and include a buyback. Buybacks are so difficult. We've only got 3 minutes here. This feels like it's going to go to a replay, which is, I said a 1-1. I thought there would be some goals in it today, but we've just sort of, negated each other. We've had chances to score, and we haven't taken them. It's going to be interesting because it's like, I'm sure the replays aren't too far away, but it's like, who wants a replay more out of us? And arguably we want the replay more because Villa have got to compete in the European competitions. They're still up there in the league. Maybe they won't be as concerned about an FA Cup replay as we may be. But it would have been good to kill this game off at Stamford Bridge. But it doesn't seem like it's going to go that way as Villa are on the attack here. It doesn't feel like there's going to be a final pass here or a final big opportunity unless there can be something in the next 90 seconds. It seems like it's going to be a petering out 0-0, which would be a shame. So they're playing it around. John McGinn puts the ball through. It's found its way to Watkins, which it absolutely shouldn't have. God knows why. And then now they've got another corner. So pretty much the last kick of the game will be an Aston Villa corner, which was just so stupid. Like, we should have been all over that. I don't get that at all. Do you know what? It's one of those things where we're not finishing off games aggressively enough. And that's why you like to see players like Gilchrist come on and like just actually really love challenges and like big moments in the last few kicks of the game. Because Villa are going to whip a corner in here and it should have really just been a very simple tap out. And we've won the ball in the near post. It's gone back out to Douglas Luiz, and Cole Palmer should be there and just shepherd it out, which he has done. Well done. James Page, all FA Cup games going on right now are draws. No way. I didn't even look at the other results. Let's have a look at it. So Sheffield Wednesday 1-1 against Coventry City full time. 0-0 Chelsea Villa. 0-0 Bristol City Forest. And then 0-0 Tottenham. Man City. Wow. Man City should have. I mean, that must be a mental game. Be good to have watched that actually, as well. Should have second screened it. We are 10 seconds over the time limit now. Surely some of the last kicks of the games here. As Villa got it and they tried to switch the ball. Chilwell, is making the run here and is hit out of play for a throw in. The referee has blown the whistle. That's it. It's 0-0 Chelsea Villa. What do you think about that game? Like, for me, to summarise it, I would say that Martinez was the man of the match. The cameras are going on to him. Cole Palmer goes straight off. He was immense for them today and did stop a couple of our goal-scoring opportunities, but also we should have scored some of those goal-scoring opportunities. We're crying out for a centre-forward. We didn't get that sort of that cutting edge that we needed to, and so it feels like it's a bit of a replay that we shouldn't be doing. We shouldn't have got. So yeah, bit of a shame. So I think that is a poor result for us in the grand scheme of things. While a replay is probably better long term, just not good enough. The finishing again has let us down. So yeah, should have won it. Not good. Real shame. But it's been a really, really good stream. Let me know if you got any last questions, and then we'll wrap it up because I'm sure people will know in the UK we've got this show called Traitors, and it's live right now. And I'm gonna go and watch the Traitors Let me know if you're watching that in the chat. But thank you so much for watching. Really good stream. I will be back for the Liverpool game on the Kickoff channel. So make sure you subscribe to that. Thank you so much for watching this one. And I'll see you on that one. And then I think I'll be streaming next for that Palace game on the 12th of February. So I'll put that in the diary. And I'll make sure we stream that, and I'll give you a lot of warning. And yeah, we'll back onto that. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Really, really appreciate it. It's been an amazing stream, and I'll see you again very soon. Thank you so much. Bye.